John's black, so we'll flip. Players are about 1,200 USCF, 1,300. Okay, good game so far. No mistakes. Bishop d3 is a bad move because you don't want your bishop here hitting against the g-pawn. It's not that bad, but a grandmaster would probably put their bishop on e2 or play c4, knight c3. So it's not that bad. It's okay. Knight e5 is a little premature because white didn't castle or get his queen side out yet, so I don't like that move either. Black should definitely play c5 here. You want to attack the center, and your queen can get out, and your knight can get out, and your bishop can. So c5, you want to attack the center somehow, and it's not going to be e5. But this move's okay. c5, good, good, good. Yeah, b3 is really bad because you can't open this diagonal and weaken your dark squares like that. So white was afraid of c4, which isn't really a threat because the bishop just moves and it takes away the pressure from the center. Black wants to leave the pawn here, so he has pressure on d4. That's why he played b3. He played b3 to play bishop b2. So c3 is the right move here, just solid. Yeah, now black's better again. This says black's winning because we can play knight h5 and take. Yeah, exactly. You played the winning move, John. Yeah, now you're winning because you have this tremendous pressure everywhere here. Like knight e5 is actually a target. Now I want to show you something funny. Okay, this is the main line of the Petrov. Okay, this is 1 billion Grandmaster games. And it's white's turn to move. Okay, now basically we have a symmetrical position here. And it's black's turn to move, which doesn't make sense. And black plays here. And grandmasters want to have white here. So this move actually makes black's position worse because the knight's a target. Bishop d3, knight d2, castles in rook e1, c4. And the knight's either going to retreat or trade. And that's, we're wasting time. So it's actually funny because the knight's not good on e5 because it can be attacked. In fact, one of the engine moves is to play this knight here so we can try to attack it by building a center. Yeah, now the d4 pawn is weak because the knight's not defending it. And now everything is attacked and it's all defending each other. So John's attacking the knight on e5, bishop on f4, pawn on d4, and those things are all defending each other. So it's falling apart like a house of cards. It's the domino effect. Checkmate. Okay. So he played knight takes d7. All right. And you played a semi-crazy move. If you just take with the bishop, the computer says you're virtually winning. The main line is this, saving the pawn on d4. And then the computer just gives this pawn away, but if he plays c3 to defend his pawn, you can attack the pawn, and then you play e5, threatening the pawn, and e4, and I mean you're just rolling him over with e5, f5, e4, f4. Yeah, it's just terrible. You're still threatening everything. Okay, so bishop takes d7 was the best, but your move was the most interesting. So that's, yeah. And now the game makes no sense. It's just total insanity. So he has to take this, otherwise he's just losing. Okay, that's just a blunder that loses. Yeah. It's better take a rook than a pawn. Yeah. And then bishop h3 is okay. Knight h4 is better, threatening bishop h3. But this is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It still wins. Queen f3 is correct. You could play knight takes e3 double check. And then when he moves his king, you have bishop d4 threatening his rook and his pawn and his knight. And that's winning for you. What you did was also winning. So, man, it's tough because everything wins. Man. Didn't want to play f6. Very good. Saints win. Saints pulled it out. 30-28. Oh, they scored a field goal. They drove down the field in 40 seconds. All right, good. I did say the Saints would win. And now I think Denver's going to win, which doesn't make any sense. Denver and Oakland, two terrible teams, but Denver will win. Oakland knows how to lose more than Denver. Denver sometimes wins games. Oakland just loses. So. Okay, Queen C8's okay, but this move is strong. Knight F4 check is strong. Queen C8's fine. King G1's fine. Knight H4 is fine. You could play aggressively with E5, threatening E4 and opening up, more pieces for you. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, and Queen G4 is bad because you don't want to trade queens or allow F3 losing all your pieces. So you could play Bishop F6 defending your knight. But there's no reason why you want to trade queens anyway. So you don't want to play this move. Your opponent's king and rook are horrible. So Bishop F6 just simply defends your knight. B6 is a very tricky move. He's attacking your knight, you attack his knight. And G5 also defends your knight. And the idea is if he takes, you could try to get the open G file here, but I wouldn't recommend that. But Bishop F6 is just simple. Yeah, and after here, F3 is just winning tactically because all your pieces are hanging. You can't keep your queen on G4, it's hanging. And if you trade, all your pieces are hanging. So you don't want to trade queens because you're trying to mate him and have his rook trapped. So Queen H5, I think, is the engine move. I think so, but you just lose the bishop. Yeah. So F3 just wins a piece because F3 attacks your queen, and there's nothing you can do. You have all these pieces hanging. Generally, you don't want to have three pieces attacked at the same time, even if they're defended, because they can remove the defender. Now, obviously, if these two pieces are attacked and one piece is defending them, which is what you did, he can just try to remove it with F3. If you play Bishop F6, you have two pieces defending two pieces, so he can't remove because you got two defenders. So yeah, that was a blunder. He traded, because always trade. Okay. Then he took on B7, which is risky. Computer plays H3, but taking on B7 is pretty greedy. Again, it wants you to play E5, but your move is strong. Your move wins material. King G2. Okay, so I could talk about this for hours because I used to get paid by the hour. I've said this a lot on my stream and in my private lessons, and you guys still don't know this because you guys make this kind of blunder a lot. Often, when you're losing material, which happens to you guys a lot, so you're pretty experienced, you have a choice like lose this or lose this. Earlier in the game, your opponent could have taken a rook or a pawn, and they took a pawn. Now, your opponent can lose the exchange or a piece, and they chose a piece. If you can lose a rook for a bishop or a rook for a knight, which is the exchange, I do that on purpose. I'm like, ooh, sack the exchange. Sacking a piece, you're just down a piece. So King G2 is nonsensical. After King G2, White's dead, lost. After takes, White's a little lost because he'll be down the exchange. It's not a big deal. So this is a horrible, horrible blunder. That's the worst move of the game. Yeah, now the game's over. Black's just up a piece for nothing. So even if he plays badly, he should win. And I'm sure he did play badly, but it doesn't matter now. Up a piece. Damn, up a piece is good. Not sure why you played Bishop H5 instead of Bishop F3 check. Bishop F3 check, then you could take on D4. Like you have this open Bishop H5. Come on, John, you check, and you take, and then you rip him open. Come on. Ridiculous. Didn't see Bishop F3 check? Come on. Okay, Bishop H5, Bishop B5 is a nonsensical move that does nothing. Now we're talking. There we go. Now you saw Bishop check. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter now. It's like I'm playing Botez. I mean, you just take all the pieces. Always play King F1. D4 is good. Yeah, it's just taking pieces after pieces. Very good. Nice. All the pieces into the attack. God damn. A slightly quicker mate is rook check, and then rook takes rook mate. But okay, whatever. Also, you wasted energy by going here. You could play bishop d3, go 1 square instead of going 3 squares. Also, is bishop b1 mate? Yeah, that also goes 1 square. Yeah. Very good. Well done.